We just blew it up, Charles. We are on Frightmare HQ. Put the bottle down, you damn alky.
I'm here.
He's here. There he is, everybody. That's Charles
I
Doze.
mentioned that I want to go.
On a special St. Patty's Day edition of Frightmare HQ.
I want to be gold.
I want to be gold. What's up, everybody? Y'all, how is everybody doing? Welcome to Frightmare HQ. I gotta make sure that this is working.
Rocking and rolling. Ready to get
Yeah, gold. Looks like we're working. Looks like we're working just fine.
Man, we got a 50-50 chance sometimes. We don't care. We just make it work.
I know. Sometimes we come on and we're like, is the sound gonna work today? Good.
Look, guys, if you want a show where everything is crafted by fancy engineers and it always works, you picked the wrong damn show because we don't do that shit here. We just roll with it. So if you're a regular down home folk like me and Lloyd, just roll with it.
That's right. And we are our own engineers here.
We engineer. If you're a regular down home folk like me, engineer, just roll with
that booty.
That's right. And we are our own engineers here.
I'm trying to turn off the. I got volume from all kinds of stuff, man.
What do you got?
So,
that booty.
well, I got volume. I got volume from Twitch,
Turn off the. I got
and it won't turn off.
Stuff, man.
Do you want some gold? What do you got?
Where's me gold? I got volume. I got volume from Twitch,
Turn off the. I got
and it won't turn off. There it goes. I think I got it off. So who all do we have tonight? I am very, very curious to see who we've got watching with us. We've got. I think I got it off. So who all do we have tonight? I am very, very curious to see. We've got Mr. 80s 12-12-4. We've got
Mr. 80s making a scream today.
In a Yiddy tribe tonight. I am very, Baby Blue. We've got Mr. TX23. We all know Baby Blue.
Baby Blue, ready for it?
That's right. Looks like there's some other people there. I can't tell exactly, but I'm gonna flip over to YouTube. David Dugas.
That's David's song.
Just that bit of it, just a little, psh, and that's it.
That's it.
Okay.
Can we do it again?
Yeah.
Here. That's it.
It's over. All right.
That's it. That's the whole song.
That's the whole thing. Eduardo Gonzalez is here.
Eduardo. Mi amigo Eduardo.
Mi amigo Eduardo. And mi amigo Todd Lewis.
Oh, Todd Lewis. Isn't
and
Jewish. That's all I can think of that rhymes.
It's just, and it's not racist. It's just he's trying to rhyme, guys.
I'm just trying to rhyme. I don't know anything about racism. I'm only this color by accident, all right? Don't blame me for my color.
And your red beard. Charles Anderson is here.
Oh, that's the man.
That is
the
man.
The
Travis Brown's here.
That is downtown. Travis Brown.
That's right. Jeanette Nolan.
Nolan making it swollen. That's I don't know why that stuck, but it's not okay. But it stuck.
Travis said he wants to apologize because he fell asleep on the Giallo show. You're not supposed to tell us that, Travis.
Were we that boring?
I know.
I thought I was entertaining you guys. Man. I'll do better next time. Look, I'm strictly against like research or planning anything, dude. We just wing it.
Yeah.
I don't want any sort of planning. I just go for it.
Well, thanks, Travis, for revealing your secret to us.
Yeah. So
next up is, did I mention T West? If I didn't, I did it again. Okay, we did it again. Stephen Burt making it hurt. Man, there's a lot of people here tonight. Ashley Guillory. Neil McElhaney.
Ashley won a movie last week, and it's on its way to her house at some point.
It is in
Whenever
the
mail
hands.
decides to get it there.
That's
the
right.
Mail people, crazy mail people.
Well, we know nowadays.
Every time we send out a movie, it either takes like 1 day to get there or like 11. Like there's no between.
Yeah,
like,
no.
I think the mailmen see my name now and they're like, "Oh, son of a bitch."
Yeah, just throw it in the trash. Throw it in the trash. So tonight, Charles,
What's
what
up?
are we doing on the show? What are we doing tonight? What are we covering?
Well, you know what? It is the year of 2008.
2008. The year in horror.
2008. The year in horror. We're almost done with the 2000s now. You know what? We almost done. And I posted up a poll on our Patreons for them to choose our next decade that we're going to go through. And I think so far the winner is the 1960s.
The 60s one.
Nobody wanted to go to the... Yeah, it's winning by a lot. There's like one person that wants the 30s. They're like, please. And everybody else is like, no.
Nobody's going back to the 30s.
Not yet.
Interesting. Well, that's fine. We'll cover whatever our Patreons want us to cover. That's what we're here for. We are at your bid and call. We're at your bid and call. So, 1988, the year in horror. I see a few just kind of scanning over the list that are really, really good. So I think we're gonna have a fun year here. Are you still there?
Yeah, I can go with that.
I can go with that. All right.
Lost your
So,
time.
who's doing the first one tonight, Charles? Yep, you're out again, brother. What is going on?
Drinking all day. You know what? Well, not all day, but...
Okay. Well, as long as it's not my fault.
No, it's not your fault. What it is these fancy smashy microphones, like the super nice microphone comes with like the crappiest cable known to man. Somehow it's like been eating itself behind my desk, and I think there's like one wire connected to it now. Like I ordered a new one, but I think Amazon doesn't like me either. Amazon's like, not him again. No more shit for him.
Yeah. I just saw Brad Bingham
Well,
pop
you got
up
the first
down there.
one.
He says he's going to cover the 30s through the 50s. We might need Brad to come in and help us. Brad knows the classic horror. We might have to bring him in for a little bit.
He slides. I gave him a really cool cassette.
Yes, you did. I'm noticing somebody else that just joined us named CG. And they say El Diablo is causing mischief on Charles's side tonight.
Man, if you guys aren't a Patreon, you weren't here for the Patreon show on Sunday.
Oh my God,
that screwed us up.
I mean, we were almost an hour late that night because of that.
All right, we show up when we show up. We're like Elvis. We're like, I don't care.
It is what it is, babies. Oh no, it's all good.
Why don't you roll with the first one though?
Let's do it. A group of friends venture deep into the streets of New York on a rescue mission during a rampaging monster attack. First released January 18th, 2008, it is the American sci-fi horror film Cloverfield, directed by Matt Reeves.
Matt Reeves.
This movie, I think, is a bit polarizing. What do you think, Charles? Do you think people are somewhat polarized by Cloverfield?
You know what? Cloverfield was a phenomenon when it came out. Everybody was Cloverfield happy, you know?
Yeah.
And I've said before, guys, you know, that I don't consider straightforward giant monster movies like Godzilla, King Kong horror at all. But what makes this one, what turned this one into horror, is the fact that it had those little damn creatures crawling through the ground, biting people and shit. I'm like, well, now it's a horror movie.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, it's all fun and games, so you can't go underground and hide from the giant monsters because somebody's trying to steal your booty underneath the ground in the subway. I'm like, come on.
Well, you know what? I always thought this was a good movie. I always enjoyed it. Every time I sat down and watched it, it's a good movie. I think a lot of the complaining comes from the crazy shaky cam in this movie. I know it hurts a lot of people's heads and their eyes to watch that stuff for like an hour and a half.
The shaky cam stuff?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It doesn't bother me, but I know some people it does bother. It gets some people like nauseous. The key is, guys, if it's real shaky, you just got to keep drinking until it stabilizes. And then you're like, this is good.
Yeah.
This is really good. But You know what? I'll agree with Ashley. Ashley said it's one of the better found footage films, and it is. I think it was one of the. You know what? We had Blair Witch, and after Blair Witch came kind of a rush of found footage, and they got a little bit better towards this year. You know, we had Wreck in 2007, and then we had Cloverfield 2008. Now there's another one in 2008 that's pretty good, and yeah, I mean, I really like Cloverfield.
Yeah, it's cool. I didn't see it till later, but here we are. How many years later on this movie though? And I'm already
13.
seeing. Yeah, and I'm already. I see. Didn't they put out a 4K of this as well?
They did. It's only $10 on Amazon for the 4K.
So is it worth it? I mean, because a lot of that footage isn't anything better than high def.
It's not worth it at all. It's not worth it at all.
All right, that's what I was wondering about because
it does have HDR on it, but I can tell you that there is no noticeable difference on a Blu-ray and a 4K because the only discernible difference is going to be your 4K setup is going to likely upconvert your Blu-ray to be just as equal as that 4K. This was not shot on 4K. This is not like Inception or something where you should be watching it on 4K.
Right. I mean, it's basically a found footage movie, so I mean, there's nothing that's going to be, really improved or markedly improved. So I just kind of don't see the point, right?
Yeah. I guess I can agree with you there. It was shot on. It's kind of a weird combo because like some of it was shot on 35 millimeter, which is cool, and other parts of it were shot on digital photography. I don't know which is which. Of course, the CGI is digital photography, but some of the other stuff is. So this is one of the weird later, like Cloverfield's one of the weird bridge movies where 35 millimeter hadn't been fully dropped yet, and they were using 35 millimeter and then basically scanning the negatives to a computer and then doing digital shots. Whereas now it's all shot on digital cameras and they just plug it into a computer and they finish it, Right.
Well, beyond that, I don't have, a huge opinion about this movie. I just thought it was kind of a good movie, and it's a fun kind of a popcorn movie, right?
It's a popcorn movie. Yeah, Matt Reeves is, he's a really, really good director, and he kind of came out of nowhere with Cloverfield because he was one of the directors in a really crappy anthology movie back in the 90s. I don't know if you remember it, called Future Shock. You remember Future Shock?
Well, I don't remember that at all.
It's a horrible movie, and this was like 93 or 94. He directed one of the segments on that. Okay. Then he went in to direct like TV. Like he directed like Felicity, like Miracles and like Angels or something. And all of a sudden he's like, I'm gonna make Cloverfield. And he's like, I changed the world. Now I'm gonna make a whole bunch of remakes. And that's what he's done.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know this Future Shock. That's not, I guess I've never seen it, but I'm looking at it. Yeah, came out in 94. It had Martin Cove, and that's the only name I recognize.
It's got Martin Cove, and it's got Martin Cove.
Brian James. I don't know who Brian James is either.
He's Brian, man.
I do recognize his face though. Anyway, Cloverfield. All right. Well, what else are we going to say about Cloverfield? Giant monster movie, found footage combo.
Fun. Really took everybody by storm. It's kind of helped sort of launch its own, I guess, universe. There's been a couple of Cloverfield sequels, prequels.
Yeah,
I don't know. They've got the Cloverfield Lane in them.
And yeah,
10 Cloverfield Lane was really, really good. That last one where they're on the space station was a little weird, but yeah, I mean,
yeah.
What are you going to say? I mean, this took everybody by storm. I saw it in theaters. I enjoyed it. And it's on Blu-ray, of course, but it's streaming on AMC Plus.
Okay.
And you can only rent it on Amazon. So that's your two choices if you want to watch this. But really, the Blu-ray is like $6-7 on Amazon. So If you don't have it, just buy it because it's good.
Yeah, it is. Boom. There you go. All right, that was Cloverfield. Goodbye, Cloverfield.
Goodbye, Cloverfield. I don't smoke Cloverfields, okay?
I smoke Chesterfields.
I smoke Chesterfields.
Have I mentioned that I want me gold?
Hey, where's me gold?
Where's me gold? All right, guys. We're moving back into we're continuing in January. An overlooked and bullied boy finds love and revenge through a beautiful but a peculiar girl. This first premiered January 26, 2008 at the Göteborg International Film Festival, Sweden. It's the Swedish romantic horror film Let the Right One In, directed by Thomas Alvardsson, based on the 2004 novel of the same name. And this is a damn good movie.
It is a damn good movie.
Jesus.
Probably one of the better ones of 2008, right?
Yeah, 2007 was really good, guys. You'll see 2008 had some okay movies. It's like, man, there's a lot of okay movies this year. It's not like 2007, but Let the Right One In was, there's not a whole lot of good coming out of Sweden at this time, and there was a couple, but not like this. Not like this one.
Yeah, this is a very, very unique movie. And like you said, it is Swedish. It's really good. God, I saw this a long time ago, and then I can't remember how long after it was, but we had a not a sequel, but a remake called Let Me In.
A couple years after, yeah. A couple years after. This turned out really, really good. The guy who wrote the original book, John Lindvisk, actually did the screenplay for this. So he adapted his own book into the screenplay. And it worked really, really good. I love their decision to not try to update it to modern day. They kept it in 1980s Stockholm, gave it that nice old feel. And this really was good. It took them a few years to make this, and Tomas really, really, wanted to make this right. I guess the hesitation on making this was the bastardization of vampire films that were coming out around this time period, because we didn't have many that were good. There's never really been a lot of good vampire movies. There's like a handful,
Yeah.
Not a whole lot.
Yeah, you're right about that. The bulk of vampire movies are terrible, I think.
Terrible.
We got classics, and then we've got, modern vampire that did it right, and but this is a cool take on, another take on the vampire mythos.
Yeah, very, very, very creepy. There's a lot going on here. There's a lot of subtle creepiness to this movie, and there's so many layers to this film that once you start diving into it, so much stuff that you'd like to know, but you never come to understand, like how old she is, all that stuff. How long has she been doing this? They never explore that. And I like that. It leaves a lot of myth to it. And this was a huge movie when it came out. It was touring all the festivals. It won everything basically.
Yeah, I remember it was huge on the festival circuit.
This is one of those movies that, like, if you go to the festival to show your movie and then they're showing this, you're just like, well, fine, I'll just go home then. You're like, Jesus, I don't want to win anything anyway. Leaving.
I want to play the trailer to this one that we have here, and we can keep talking about it. It's a Green Band R-rated trailer.
It's raw-rated.
Raw-rated. Oh, he just got thumped on the nose. Volume was way down on this thing. That should be better.
Is it better?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with Raven Rose. Raven Rose says prefer the acting of the kids in the original dark Swedish winter atmosphere. Yeah, this is shot really beautifully. It's super dark. The kids are good. And this was shot like in a real apartment building in Stockholm. It's if you go to Sweden, I've never been to the film locations, but I've seen pictures and it looks just like it does in this movie. And it's on my list of film locations to go visit. You just feel sorry for this poor kid, he wants a friend. It's just so sad,
Yeah.
All these people keep picking on him. It's just like, don't worry though. I mean, if I ever saw somebody picking on a kid like this, I'd also do mean things to him. Don't worry.
Don't worry.
Todd Lewis has never saw it.
Oh, you need to fix that, Todd.
You gotta fix that, man. It's a good one.
It is a really good one.
Will you be my girlfriend, Lloyd?
What?
Will you be my girlfriend?
No, sir. Let me tell you what. This is interesting. Yeah. I know somebody, a filmmaker named Jay Reel. He's a Texas guy, and he made a movie 2 years before this that was very similar. It's called Dawn. Came out in 2003. It says Dawn is a special little girl with special needs, born from a human father and a vampire mother who died while giving birth. Dawn requires blood to survive. She and her father travel across the country, assuming new identities and never staying in one place for very long, until a small-town detective with psychic powers pays extra attention to the murder of one of his townsfolk. I always thought that was interesting how similar this movie was in kind of the basic
sounds
plot.
Like you were, sounds like you were reading the plot to Blade, too.
Yeah,
like.
It does.
I'm making Blade.
It's a cool movie. I remember him bringing that up, too, when... I mean, it's obviously not a ripoff, but they're just so similar. It's kind of striking.
It's very similar. It's very similar. But yeah, this is a really, really good one. And if you guys haven't seen it, definitely pick this up. I mean, this is a fantastic film. Like I said, it really works that the guy who wrote the book, Lindquist did the screenplay, and that was kind of one of his stipulations in allowing this to be made into a film, is that he had to not only have control over the script, but he also had to write it too. So I'm glad they kind of gave it to him. He did it really, really well.
Yeah, that's cool. You don't usually see that.
Yeah. And the kids were great in it, like everybody was saying. And it took them a long time to actually cast this. I think the casting went on for like a year before they figured out who they wanted in this movie. They could never find the right kid. But that boy who played Oscar in it was just, they saw him and they're like, yep, that's him.
That's the one.
That's him. He's a little one. We're bringing him in.
So apparently this one's streaming on Hulu. So if you have Hulu, man, you can go watch that right now.
Rare appearance by Hulu on our list.
That's right. It's starting to pop up more and more, though. I've noticed that lately. All right, so you can also rent it for $2.99 on Amazon, or you can get a $12.99 Blu-ray if you're looking for a Blu-ray. So you might as well watch this. I have a feeling you're going to watch it more than once. I mean, you might as well buy it.
You might as well buy it.
Yeah. All right, guys. Next up on the list, we're kind of dropping down a few pegs on this one. Right?
Oh, no. I had to, though. I had to.
You got to mention it, right?
It's you. Do it.
All right. In the not too distant future, a secret government reanimation chemovirus. Wow, a reanimation chemovirus. All right. Gets released into an underground strip club in conservative Nebraska Furniture Mart. No, just Nebraska. First premiering February 23rd, 2008 at the Glasgow Film Festival. It's the American exploitation horror comedy Zombie Strippers, shot, edited, written, and directed by Jay Lee, and starring Robert Englund and Jenna Jameson, both of whom are Frightmare Weekend alumnus. You lost your sound again, I think, Charles. You got some El Diablo stuff going on. Zombie Strippers. Looks like it came out February 23rd, 2008. You okay, Charles?
Hell yeah, man. I was so taken aback by Zombie Strippers that I just couldn't.
You couldn't do it. You couldn't do it.
I can't do it, you know?
What do we have a poster for this, right? Zombie
That's all I'm
Strippers.
willing to show, guys.
Yeah. It's a goofy movie. But
that's all I was willing to do.
Yeah, but it was, I don't know, what'd you think of Zombie Strippers? I've had a hard time watching the whole thing. I tried recording it once, and my DVR screwed up and didn't get the whole movie.
Well, even as somebody who loves B movies and somebody who loves bad B movies, which I do, this is still one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. I'm not even joking. This is one of the worst things I have ever laid eyes on. And this is, I'm not even kidding you. Nothing could save this movie. And this is so bad that I picked this as the bad pick of the year to put on our list instead of The Happening. So there you go.
Okay. Well, that's an interesting behind the scenes. One day I'm going to watch the whole thing. I tried to watch it in preparation for when Jenna did our show, but
did you make it?
No, I recorded it on what was that? Golly, I can't remember. It was like HD Net. That's the name of it. They were playing it one time, and I tried to record it. My DVR screwed up, and I didn't get to see the whole thing. So
it screwed up on purpose. It was like, nah.
Probably. Sometimes I find out when things don't work out right. It's usually for the better.
It was like, no, we're good. We're good.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh God.
I think we've said all we need to say about Zombie Strippers. I mean, good Lord, guys, it's a zombie stripper movie.
Look, let me just say, okay, this is for somebody who likes maybe a little bit of crazy. Maybe if you're, I'm trying to justify the existence of this. All right, you got Robert Englund in it there.
Okay,
right?
Well, you get to see Robert Englund. There's a positive.
There's a positive, but it's just so bad. It's like something somebody made like while they were high off their minds in college. They were like, we're going to make a movie. I called up Jenna Jameson. She's coming over. She's going to be in it.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and make it up.
We're going to make it up. I got $43 in a pack of Chipotle coupons. Let's go.
Let's see.
I'm moving on. I'm out of here.
Ashley Guillory says... she was telling Richard Nettleton that Lloyd and Charles played the strippers. And Richard says Carlos Blueberry and Cowboy Lloyd.
Know it, baby.
Oh,
you want me to do my dance?
Do it, Charles. That way we'll pull up the next one, because I think we're done talking about zombie strippers. Don't you?
I don't know. I'm feeling it now. Let's talk about it some more.
All right. Well, you're next up
guys.
with the next one.
I am next up. A leisurely Mexican holiday takes a turn for the worse when a group of friends and a fellow tourist embark on a remote archaeological dig in the jungle, because nothing bad ever happens in the jungle, right? Nothing.
In the jungle.
Oh, guys. This was released April 4th, 2008. It's the Australian-American body horror film, The Ruins, directed by Carter Smith, based on the 2006 novel of the same name. It is The Ruins, which is a movie that took me by surprise when it came out, because it was a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
Right? I thought this movie was going to be absolutely horrible. And I was pleasantly surprised. Especially the part where it had the plants mimicking human, stuff, and like mimicking the cell phone. Oh, yeah. That creeped me the hell out. I don't know why. Just a thought. Oh my God. The thought that a plant can think enough to lure you to it. That's pretty damn creepy.
Oh, that's really, really creepy. And yeah, I mean, I went into this. I saw this in theaters. And I was excited because I was like, oh, man, I can't wait to watch a really crappy horror movie and just not care about anything. And I watched it and I was like, son of a bitch, this is good.
This is
not
a
what
good
I wanted
one.
tonight. This is not what I wanted tonight. I wanted a bad one. It's like, why did you do this to me? But it's so good. It is really, really good.
The people in it, sometimes you hope they die, because they're like, a couple of them are super annoying, the characters in this movie. Especially the one girl. I can't remember who it was at this point, but man, she was annoying. But it's just like edge of your seat.
Malone's in it. Yeah.
Is that what it was? I don't know. I'd have to go back and watch it. It's But I love this movie. I don't think it gets enough praise. I don't think people talk about this movie enough.
Yeah, I don't think so either. It was pretty popular when it came out, but it kind of seems like it's dropped off the radar for a lot of people. So I find a lot of newer people haven't seen this one, and it's totally worth it. I mean, it's a great movie. It gets under
different.
Your skin.
That's what's so great about it, is it's completely different than anything we're accustomed to in this genre.
Yeah, I mean, really different. It is considered a body horror film, but it takes its own mythology and it has this, fantastic story. And of course, it's based off of a book, but it's so well done.
It really is. And when was the last time we got a good killer plant movie? Think about it. Killer plant movies are usually, something you make fun of, like Day of the Triffids and Little Shop of Horrors. They're just kind of goofy. But this is a really good, really creepy, scary. Whoa, what's going on with you, Charles? Anyway, it's a really good, really creepy horror flick, and I recommend checking it out if you haven't seen The Ruins.
I will agree with that. I was, pleasantly surprised. I'm a big fan of these type of movies. The adventure shots in it are fantastic. You almost just you don't feel bad for them because they're like, why the hell are you going there anyway? I'm like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Oh, guys, there's a secret temple that's guarded. It's got a curse on it. Let's go. You know what that sounds like? Something white people do. Sounds like.
Yeah. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Richard Nettleton, he says, man, I think I remember having this interaction with Richard the last time we talked about The Ruins, because we have talked about it a couple of times in the past. I don't remember under what context, but I know it's come up before on this show before.
It has, but Richard's favorite movie is Zombie Strippers. So he's probably really upset that
that we're not still talking about Zombie Strippers. We just kind of went, nah, I think we're done talking about Zombie Strippers.
I know. Sorry, Richard. Next time we'll spend a little more time on Zombie Strippers.
Okay. So, all we have is a poster. We don't have the trailer. I see a couple of people asking for a trailer, but just see it. Trust us. We don't need a trailer. It's a good movie.
Don't need a trailer for it, guys. This is a great one. Trust me on it. There's a couple of trailers out there, but they weren't the best quality and they don't really do it justice. I'd really recommend just getting this movie and watching it. The director of this is one I expected a lot more for, and he never did anything again, really. I think when I looked him up, he did some Keith Urban country music videos. I was like, well, that's a good way to, spend your career.
What happened? What were you saying?
I was saying the director of this, he went on to direct some Keith Urban country music videos.
Oh, yeah. Well, whatever. There's no accounting for taste, right? Sometimes you have to just do a Keith Urban music video to make some cash.
Oh, I do a couple of them a year, actually.
Right? All right, The Ruins, guys. Check this out. It's a good flick. Lloyd and Charles say, check it out. Ding. We need a little thing like that, Charles. Every time we can just do like that. Lloyd and Charles say, check it out. Ding. You're having a lot of trouble over there tonight, aren't you? Huh? Whatever. Okay, so rental $3.99, Apple TV. Oh no, Prime Video.
You're on Apple TV.
That's right. It's streaming on Prime Video. Rental Amazon $2.99, Blu-ray $23.99, Amazon. That's kind of expensive. I would expect that movie to be cheaper by now.
The Ruins.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing about the Ruins is they released it on Blu-ray once, like 14 years ago, and it's kind of out of print. There's still some prints out there. So I think every time one sells, it goes up by 10 cents. And they're like, all right, 10 more cents.
I see.
All right.
Okay. Oh, Charles.
What?
Well, you should do, let's see. Did you just introduce this one? I did.
Heck yeah, I did. That was me, man. I'm all about that ruining. I'm ruining that shit.
You ready for the next one then?
Oh Lord! Wait a
Charles,
second. You know what
Charles.
What?
Have I mentioned that I want the gold?
Oh, he wants his gold, everyone. We do have a trailer for this one. So
the next one we do. The next one's fun.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know about fun. Maybe grueling.
Oh, it's fun. It's a feel-good family event. Christmas movie.
Okay, guys, here we go.
Around.
We're going back into the world of extreme French horror.
Oh, yeah, we are.
With this one, a young woman's quest for revenge against the people who kidnapped and tormented her as a child leads her and a friend who is also a victim of child abuse on a terrifying journey into a living hell of depravity. First premiering at the Cannes Film Festival in May 2008, it is the French-Canadian psychological shocksploitation sadistic horror film Martyrs, written and directed by Pascal Laugier. So Martyrs is no joke, guys. This is an intense flick. Stephen Birch says, great movie, but I will never watch it again. I remember you coming into the store and we talked about this movie and a couple of the other French flicks, Stephen.
This one is this is a one watcher, but it's a good watcher, but it'll make you feel you'll go take a shower afterwards. You'll just feel wrong about existing after this movie.
It's a very, very intense one. We'll go ahead and roll the trailer.
Let's roll the trailer because I got a problem with my mic here. I'm trying to fix.
Oh yeah, go ahead. We can watch this. All right. Okay, there's the volume. Volume seems a little low on this.
C'est Anna. T'as pu les voir? Ils ont changé de messieurs.
All right, guys, this is the 2008 French horror film Martyrs, directed by, as we mentioned, Pascal Laugier, or Laugier, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but this is a very, very intense. This movie takes that extreme French horror moniker and pulls it off with absolute glee.
Oh, it pulls it off with some glee, some dirty glee, Lloyd.
Dirty glee, Charles.
Dirty glee. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You're a little lower than normal, but I can hear you.
That's what I've been noticing on YouTube too. I don't know what it is.
That's odd. But let's see. Huh? What'd you say?
Baby.
That sounds a little better.
I'm holding you. What about now, baby? Is it loud?
Yeah, that's a lot better.
Oh!
Don't mind us, guys. We're just doing a mic check in the middle of the effing show.
I want you, baby. And if
I want you, baby. All right, Charles, talk about Martyrs. Come on, Charles.
Baby. Martyrs is an insane film. Martyrs is oh my. Martyrs is something that you should probably watch with your family. Kids will love it now.
Yeah, no, stay away from that. Stay away from that.
If you have a child who's having trouble entering puberty, show them this movie. Everything will change. Right?
For the worst.
Super brutal, but really, really well made. It is extraordinarily brutal. This is an extraordinarily, insanely brutal film in both good and bad ways. It is shot fantastically. The director is really, really great.
Oh, it's a great movie. I just don't want anybody going into it not expecting trauma afterwards. Because
Todd Lewis said this is why us musicians need sound checks before the show. We don't do no damn sound checks, guys.
Hell no, we don't.
If you want something professional, go watch the show that people make professionalism with. I don't know what that is.
Go watch the show that people make professionalism with. What?
I don't even know what you're talking about now.
Look,
are you going to talk any more about Martyrs or your fucking mic? Okay, go ahead. Talk about it.
You're nothing but a big old poopy head, you stinky son of a bitch.
I am a big poopy head.
You smell like a poop. All right? Now, Martyrs is a movie. And I'm just going to start over again now because you made me mad. I'm going to talk about Martyrs some more, all right?
Todd Lewis wants to know if it's worse than Necromantic.
No. Maybe,
it's different.
It's close.
It's a different thing, man. I mean, Necromantic is just about, like, when you watch it, you want to go, really, dude? I mean, you cannot do that. It's okay if you don't do that, right? This movie is just like, holy shit.
You know, and the director, Pascal, he studied under Christopher Gans, who was a fantastic director.
The great Christopher Gans.
Christopher Gans. He was his assistant director
yes.
for a lot of films. And you can feel that in this because he basically just expanded on what the hell Christopher was doing. Yeah. And at one point, Pascal was attached to direct the Hellraiser reboot, but
I bet he was.
Because
I remember that. They tried to get all of those extreme French guys to direct Hellraiser, it seemed like it. Like they put them all through there.
Like, come on, we're going. Okay, we got to
do Hellraiser.
Okay, we do it. How much money do you need? $700 million. Okay, next one.
Next.
How much money do you need? 30,000. Okay, we're making it.
That's right.
Hellraiser. No. So, yeah, no. Great movie, guys. Did we already talk about where it's streaming at?
No, you can do that, Charles. I'm gonna let you do that.
Well, this is not an easy one to get, guys. Martyrs is not an easy one to get. Let me tell you.
No, it is not.
Rent it in one place, Apple TV. You can rent this. That's the only place you can rent it. Never been released on Blu-ray in the U.S. The DVD is very much out of print.
Yeah.
The only way you can really get this is pretty easy. All you got to do is jump on the computer and order yourself an official Blu-ray from Canada where it was released. A Region A Blu-ray in English subtitles for a whopping $14.99. It'll come to your house in a 2K Blu-ray. And you could stop being those crazy people on eBay who pay $73 for the out-of-print DVD because they've lost their damn minds and don't know how to use the internet.
Yeah.
Right?
And listen, I think it's worth it. This movie's you're definitely gonna want to see it at least once. It is a one-time watch.
Yeah. You're not watching this again. You're not watching this anymore. All right.
That's right. So that was Martyrs, Charles. We saw the trailer. What else you want to say about this one?
It'll make you feel good inside, and it'll make you apologize to every loved one you have.
That's right.
Sound right?
I think you're absolutely right.
Well, it's hard out there for a bit. It's hard out there.
I'm
gonna go on to the next one because I really like the next one.
And we know the director of the next one, right, Charles?
I know the director of this next one far too well. I've stayed in touch with him for way too long. And he's very nonsensical. So
he's a nut, but he's a fun guy.
I was trying to be nice by not calling him a nut. He's crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Let me just read the synopsis, and you'll either know it, and if you don't know it and haven't seen it, you're going to immediately want to watch it. All right.
Yep.
In future Tokyo, a samurai sword-wielding young woman in the privatized police force tracks down her father's killer while battling against mutant rebels known as the Engineers. Yes. Oh, my God. This first premiered May 29th, 2008 at the Hamburg Japanese Film Festival in Germany. It's the Japanese sci-fi action horror splatter film, Tokyo Gore Police, directed by Yoshihiro Nishimura, the man, the myth, the legend.
That's right.
My God. This movie, play the trailer. Just do it. We have a trailer. That's all.
Oh, I don't know. We have a lot to talk about. That's for sure.
We have so much to talk about.
Yeah. Tokyo Gore. Was this what he was at our show promoting? Was it?
He was promoting this
because he made it at 08 in 08, but I think what year was that? Like 11?
11, I think, and they were still promoting it. 10 or 11.
Yeah, because I think it just got a U.S. release. Is why they were still promoting it.
That guy was crazy. That was also the same year. We got what's her face from Audition. What's her name?
Ihai Shina. Yeah, because she's in this.
Sweetheart.
That's her, isn't it?
Yeah, that's her. She's a sweetheart, and she doesn't speak a lick of English whatsoever.
None.
I remember I had a 6-minute conversation with her before the guy with her said, "Oh, she doesn't speak any English," and I was like, "What the hell was I talking to for 5 minutes?" She just kept smiling like. I was like, okay.
Oh yeah, she would. Okay. She would definitely try to participate.
Well, she tried.
She did.
She had a translator with her. He was nice, and she was sweet.
Yeah. She was super sweet.
So sweet that you're like stunned that she's in all these crazy movies. Like this. This movie's fantastic.
I was stunned that she was at our show.
Me too. I don't think she's ever done another show.
I don't think she has. I think it's the only convention she's ever done.
I still have a Tokyo Gore Police Japanese one-sheet that Nishimura gave me. They're beside my bed.
Oh, yeah.
I will not let that go. He's like, I brought this from Japan. You can have it because you like the movie. I'm like, yeah. You're looking.
It's crazy. It's almost like a trauma kind of a thing. Or his
Japanese splatters, though.
Yeah, they're just over the top splatter, you know.
He's done a few of them.
Look at this crazy movie. It's super crazy.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys aren't familiar with them, you like these insane movies, start following the movies and watching them. Because after this, you get Vampire Girl versus Frankenstein Girl, which is insane too.
Yeah.
There's Hell Driver, which is even more insane. Hell Driver's all the way out there.
There's a lot of crazy stuff going on in this flick.
This is just the trailer. It's like
look at the blood. Look at this blood spray. And she's got like an umbrella. And what the hell,
so
man?
Though. It's so beautiful.
It is, but it's crazy.
She's a phenomenal actress. She really is.
Yeah. She's so pretty too.
Very pretty. Like I said, I was surprised we got her. That was all because of Nishimura. He got her to come, so.
Yeah, a gentleman that I knew that was involved in the filmmaking business for a while, Mark Walco. He was really involved in Japanese stuff. He's the guy that got us hooked up with the Japanese folks that came out to our show in the past. So gotta thank him for helping me make that happen.
Yeah, definitely. This is a fun movie, though. I mean, you know if you're the kind of person who likes these movies by the trailer. If you don't like these kind of movies, you just don't like them. That's just how it is, you know?
Yeah, well, it is definitely a specific taste in films.
It's a specific taste. This movie is wildly inventive, though. This movie is wacky. It's disgusting in a good way, you know? It's just bonkers, like, for the whole time. And, like, just when you think you've reached the pinnacle of crazy, then he just throws something else at you, and you're like, well, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
Like, why? Why are you doing that?
Anybody that was at that show or has seen videos online, the Japanese gentleman in the video of the human centipede by the pool, that is Yoshihiro Nishimura. And they would come up with these crazy things that they were going to do, and that was one of them, the whole human centipede with theater laser by the pool and everything. So go online and just look up Texas Frightmare Weekend Pool Party, and you'll see that video. You still having trouble, Charles? Yeah. Well, let's see what we can do to keep rolling while Charles is fixing stuff. Next up on the list is mine. This is a great flick called I'm not going to say what it's called yet, but after returning from a wedding reception, a couple staying in an isolated vacation house receive a knock on the door in the mid-hours of the night. What ensues is a violent invasion by 3 strangers. Their faces hidden behind masks. The couple find themselves in a violent struggle in which they go beyond what either of them thought capable in order to survive. Released May 30th, 2008, this is the American psychological horror film The Strangers, written and directed by Brian Bertino.
Bertino? Can you hear me now?
The Strangers. Yeah, you sound fine.
All right, I think we got it.
All right, cool. So here's the poster for The Strangers. We got Liv Tyler.
Liv Tyler's in this, guys.
Liv Tyler, everybody. And Scott Speedman. I love this movie. I think it's really, really a great movie. It's very tense and a lot of tension going on, in this film. And the people in these, the strangers themselves, the crazy masks and the bag over the head, it's just a creepy thing to me.
Yeah, I mean, I'll agree with you there. This is a pretty creepy movie. Really, really well done, though. It's a story we've seen a bunch of times. The
right.
invasion movies, we've seen them a bunch, but this one is really inventive. It's adding a little twist to it, and I know the story was kind of loosely based on a couple of things. Of course, it was inspired by the Manson killings. That was a big inspiration the director had. And also the director had, he was also the writer, like we said, and he was inspired by a bunch of home invasions that happened in his neighborhood when he was a young kid. So I was like, I don't know where he lived, but it didn't sound good to me.
Yeah, that doesn't sound great.
Doesn't sound great at all, but you know what? This is a really, really great movie. It's scary. It's super suspenseful. He's kind of showing us that horror can still be done really well with not a super original idea, because this is like these home invasion type movies have been done, but he shows that you can still make it really well and not make it feel like a rehash of something else, Would
you say this is the best home invasion movie since that scene in Henry?
Oh God.
I don't know. It's not that intense. This was more just like who's that? What's happening? What's going on? It was constant tension in this movie. I felt like I was on the edge of my seat the whole time.
Yeah, there's a couple out there that are good. In 2006 there was a movie called Them that was pretty good. That's another home invasion movie.
That's a French home invasion movie, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a crazy extreme French horror movie. That's pretty much the kind of the better ones until you get back a ways. You have to get back a ways to find some really decent ones,
Yeah. Well, that was a whole like subgenre in the 70s and 80s, wasn't it? Home invasion flicks.
Yeah, 70s and 80s home invasion horror was quite big. That was kind of kicked off by Black Christmas in 74 and kind of worked its way through the 70s, with When a Stranger Calls, and then through the 80s there was a lot more done with this. It was a really easy way to make a slasher type film. The home invasion trope was used a lot,
Right.
But
okay,
this one's good. I didn't like the sequel much, but I liked this one.
I went into the sequel not expecting a whole lot, and I actually enjoyed that movie. Not as much as the first one, but it wasn't too bad. I thought it got a little better as it went, and like I said, I thought it was going to be a lot worse than it was, so that probably helped.
Okay. No, that's good. I mean, maybe I can maybe I'll try to rewatch it. It came out, I remember, like 3 or 4 years ago, didn't it? And I remember watching it, and I wasn't too impressed, but I don't mind giving a rewatch.
One of our attendees for years at Texas Frightmare Weekend ended up being, he's the guy in the mask in that movie. The Strangers. Yeah.
Know that?
Yeah, The Strangers Pray at Night. Damien. Let me see if I. Okay, yeah, there it is. Damien Maffei.
Maffei.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Damien
it sounds
used.
like a fancy name, like David Dugas. It's Maffei.
Yeah, I don't know where Damien was from, but it says here he's originally from Queens, but he used to go to our show for several years, and then he's in this. He's in the new Wrong Turn movie as well. He's also in Haunt.
I like seeing, our fans are our Frightmare attendees, move on to things. It's really cool to see,
It's amazing. It's amazing. So there's some opportunities to see this one out there, right, Charles?
Yeah, we do got some opportunities to check this one out. Quite a few, actually. Showtime has had this playing for a while. It is streaming free with ads, not on Tubi, but on a service called Peacock. Peacock's another service out there that's not sure why it's called Peacock, but that's the name they went with. They're living with it.
That's NBC's logo is Peacock. So.
Yeah, it's like, I don't care. It's
I know.
You can't save this. Blu-ray's really cheap though. Blu-ray's like $10 on this. Amazon Apple TV has this for rent, Great director. He went on to do a couple other movies. Did you ever see the movie he did in 2016 called The Monster? That one's really good.
I think I did see that.
It's like a monster horror film. It's like a Canadian film.
Or is it Monsters or just Monster?
No, The Monster.
The Monster. Yeah, I don't know
like
if I've seen it.
Like the Monster Squad without the squad. It's basically about a mother and daughter on like a road trip.
The Monster Squad without the squad. Thanks, Charles.
Yeah, without the squad.
That helps. That helps.
Now you know the name of it, but it's basically like a mother and daughter that have to like fight this crazy monster like when their car breaks down on a road trip. It's a really fun movie.
I haven't seen that. Okay, so you like that?
Yeah, that was good. It came out like 5 years ago, and I really enjoyed it. There were some negative reviews on The Monster, but I thought it was good. But I mean, The Strangers is a great film. It's a lot of people's favorite. A lot of people love this movie, and I'm up there with them. I think it's great. I haven't seen it in a while, so I'd definitely have to go back and rewatch this first one. It's maybe been 7 years since I saw this. 8
since
years?
You've seen it.
Yeah, it hasn't come up in a while. Brian, is another guy who kind of stuck more to his independent style films after this. He didn't do a lot, but everything he's done has been pretty decent. So,
I've heard of the 2020 movie called The Dark and the Wicked, and he did that too, Brian Bertino. So, might have to check that out and see if I like that one too.
Dark and the Wicked, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah,
don't mind watching it though. I heard about that one when it came out, and I don't think it came out too long ago. I think it came out like on demand like 4 or 5 months ago. And
okay, yeah, I knew seemed like a kind of a new one on the scene, so I'd like to see that too.
I think it was supposed to be theatrically released, and it never got it, and it kind of went straight to demand. But I'm with a lot of people. I like this one a lot.
Yep, me too, Charles. So let's see. Let's head on to the next one. What do you say, buddy?
You know what? We can do whatever we want because we're adults.
Yep. I want you to tell me about this one because I've heard a lot about it and I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, you got to watch this one.
I've heard it's good.
This is a really good movie. All right, let's take a look here. After a young girl is found drowned in a lake, her family begins experiencing a series of strange and inexplicable events centered in and around their home. This was first released in Brazil for some reason in June of 2008. It's an Australian supernatural horror film, Lake Mungo, written and directed by Joel Anderson. Interesting release for this. It was first widely released in Brazil, even though it was an Australian film, but the day it was wide released, it was shown at the Sydney Film Festival. So I'm not sure if this was, it sounds to me like it's probably an issue with the distributor and all they could get was a festival circuit run in Australia. But
yeah,
Lake Mungo is a really, really well made, really well shot film.
I've heard nothing but good things about this one.
Really, really good. It's kind of a horror mystery drama film, kind of all wrapped into one, you know? It's like it's a really, really, really good ghost story, you know, but it also talks about grief and like accepting loss of people and, you know, the grieving process. And it's extremely creepy though. I'm talking about, it's about grief. You know, you'll find this movie to be more sad than scary because there's a lot of sadness in this movie. It's not a feel good jump horror movie. It's one of those that are going to just make you depressed because it's just so much sadness in this, but
yeah,
it'll still give you chills. I'll say that it'll give you some chills. I find a lot of people find this one hard to follow. Like it kind of moves a little slow. And I can say that there are some middle parts of this where you kind of feel like it's moving a little slow.
Dragging a little bit.
Yeah, because it's kind of almost leans more on the dramatic side of a film instead of a horror. And that's kind of what I try to set people up for when they're going into this, is that this is a horror movie, but it's equally a drama film too. So you got to kind of go in there with that expectation that you're going to be watching a drama movie that you're going to have to pay attention to. It's not going to be jump scares, that kind of stuff.
Right.
So
it's is it disturbing, or is it just kind of, you know, creepy and then depressing?
You know, it's a little disturbing. It's kind of creepy. I'd say it's more disturbing than scary. You know, there are a couple of things in the story that I didn't find good. There's a couple of twists that you don't really go anywhere, but overall, it's a fun film. You know, it's yeah, it's a fun film. It's an excellent movie. You know, it's I'm just saying that if you're going into it expecting jump scares like The Conjuring or something, it's not going to be that for you. You're not going to get that out of this movie, but you're going to get a really well made, really well laid out film that maybe has a little problems with the story here and there, but overall it's really well done. And you know what? It's great. You'll find
it's recommended.
I think you'll like it.
Then, right?
Recommended. It is recommended.
Recommended. I've always heard that, so you just confirmed what I always heard about this movie, is that I should watch it. And that's what I'm going to do.
Watch it.
I'm going to do that.
Do it.
Ow. Whoops, I almost fell out of the chair, Charles.
What did you do? Did you just die? Did you have a
just
stroke?
I did one of these where I put my arm down on the armrest and it went, whoa, hey.
Huh?
Oh, excuse me.
I'm Lord Crier, guys. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the party.
Okay, now I got to introduce this.
Yep.
So, did we talk about where you can watch this one, by the way, Lake Mungo?
Oh, we didn't. So, Lake Mungo is
Prime Video and AMC Plus.
Prime Video, AMC Plus, Tubi, free with ads, Amazon, Apple TV for a $3.99 rental. There is never been a US Blu-ray, but there is a DVD for $10 on Amazon. There has been a couple of official Blu-ray releases in Australia and Great Britain, but both of them are out of print. You will not be able to find them. So, and it's not really one you need a Blu-ray for necessarily. The way it's shot, almost like a mockumentary style in some parts, the DVD does it just fine. And the one streaming on Prime is actually pretty decent copy. So that's all you need in your life. That's all you need.
Cool. Charles, are you giving away anything tonight?
Oh yeah, I always give away something. I got a huge box of giveaways over here.
Grab what you're gonna get so we can show people what you're gonna give away. And while you do that, I'll introduce this movie. How's that sound?
Oh, you will?
Yeah.
You're so
because this is me, right? Yep, it's me.
A big introducing man. You know,
I'm gonna intro the next movie, everybody. So y'all get ready. All right, a worldwide epidemic encourages a biotech company to launch an organ financing program similar in nature to a standard car loan. The repossession clause, however, is killer. First premiering July 18th, 2008 at the Fantasia Film Festival in Canada. It's the American sci-fi gothic rock musical horror film Repo, the Genetic Opera, directed by Darren Lynn Bousman and starring Alex Vega, Paul Sorvino, Bill Moseley, and Nivek Ogre. Is Kevin Ogilvy from the band Skinny Puppy, also known as Ogre. So, I'm not going to talk bad about this movie. It's just not my kind of thing. I'm not a musical unless it's like a really good musical from the old days, like, Wizard of Oz or something like that. I'm just not into it, Charles.
Charles doesn't do musicals either. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I've never been able to get through this movie. I'm nothing against everybody who loved this movie. I know it has a huge fan base. There's basically like a handful of musicals I like. And one of them I extremely love is Rocky Horror Picture Show, which a lot of people compare this to. I don't think it is, but you know what? I'd never been able to get through this, I'm sorry, guys. I failed you, but
it's not my thing either, Charlie, so don't feel bad.
I had to put it on the list, though, because people absolutely love this film. I love the cast in this film. I can tell you guys that. The cast is great. All right? But that is it.
Yeah, I'm with you, and I'm not, like you said, and we've both said this now, I'm not going to talk bad about this movie because I know a lot of people dig it.
Definitely not.
But,
definitely never talk back about it. And
I see the attraction. I totally get it. That's why I'm not going to say anything bad. I don't like, I'm not a big musical fan, like I said, and when I do like a musical, it's usually like something older and super classic or whatever, The songs in this movie felt like they were just singing the lyrics to me. That's just, not singing the lyrics, but singing
I was like,
the script.
Don't you do that?
Yeah, that's what you do.
I was like, I've been singing all wrong all these years.
To me, it just felt that way. It felt like the song was just kind of them reading a script, and that's kind of my complaint about all musicals nowadays, is that's what they feel like to me. They're just like, oh, I'm going to work. I'm going to get in my car and drive to work.
Washing the potatoes so I can make mashed potatoes because it's dinner time.
Something like that. Exactly. That's
we can make a musical, about. Lloyd. Why don't we make a musical?
We can do that. Richard Nettleton has a good idea. He wants to see Frightmare HQ the musical.
Frightmare HQ the musical. It'll start on a dark and stormy night, and me and Lloyd will come in like West Side Story. We'll be like, "Are you looking for something?
Yeah, like that.
Spooky or something just a little bit kooky? It's Frightmare, gonna give you the nightmare."
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. And then like the curtains behind us open up, and then there's like a bunch of singing and dancing girls.
You better
and then you and I like
out,
we rip off our hoodies and our jeans, and we have like a full tuxedo underneath. And then we start dancing, and I have a top hat and a cane. That's what we're doing next Wednesday. We're gonna sing the whole show, guys.
Let's do it.
My little rooster and my rooster.
So that's Repo the Genetic Opera. We do have a trailer.
We have a trailer for it, and singing in key would help. I don't sing in key, Todd.
Singing in key would help.
If you mind your own damn business, son of a bitch.
Who wrote that song, Charles?
I wrote that song.
Oh. Well, see, I can't say my joke then if you did it that way. Whoa. Did you just toot? What is up with the sound tonight? Everything, the sound is like really low. There it is.
Cool. Mm-hmm. The typeface and the fonting used for it is really cool. The shots are cool. I just don't like the music in it,
Yeah, I'm the same, but I think that's another reason why a lot of people do like it. The other movie was called Repo Men. It came out in 2010. It had Jude Law, Forrest Whitaker, and Liv Schreiber in it. And I remember hearing stories from the director of Repo the Genetic Opera, our man Darren, right? Darren Bousman. I remember him saying that it was almost like he remembers the studio. Didn't they like set up next to his studio or something to make that?
Yeah.
It was something crazy. Like they were
Repo Man.
It was almost like they were intentionally trying to rip it off. Which who knows if that's the case or not? But
why not?
There you go. I guess
if you can rip something off, why not do it? Let's do it. I'm excited to rip it off. But hey, guys, if you like this movie, I'm going to say nothing wrong with that, And for somebody who doesn't like musicals, you guys know Charles used to perform at midnight shows at Rocky Horror Picture Show. And I'll just put that out there because maybe one day I'll reprise my performance as Dr. Scott. I can still do it.
Yeah. Well, I've seen Wizard of Oz before. I've also seen Damn Yankees, so that means that I could be in a musical.
Hey, I could shadow cast like a son of a bitch. That's what I did for like a year. I shadow cast shit. But you know what? It's a movie, guys. It came out, got a huge fan base. I'm actually super excited that we got to have a bunch of them at Frightmare. I'm a big Ogre fan. Every rest of the cast in there, I love them. So
yeah, and I'm not sure, but didn't we have Ogre? We had Ogre before when we did 2001 Maniacs. Didn't that come out before this?
Yep, it did. He came back.
Yep.
Well, maybe it didn't. Did 2001? I did. Yeah, that came out in 2005.
Did it really?
5 or 6. I can't keep, dude. Years all blend together now.
Yeah, it was 05. So yeah, that was before. So yeah, Kevin was there then, and then I think we had a little Repo reunion that we were gonna have one year, so we brought him back.
Well, that's cool. Really, really cool, guys. But yeah, Repo is actually streaming on Prime. It's on Tubi, free with ads, guys. Amazon, Apple TV's got a rental. The Blu-ray is like $7 on Amazon if you want the Blu-ray. Nothing wrong with that if you're a fan. I get people who like these type of movies. It's kind of like your own genre, just like we were talking about. The Japanese splatter films that we were just talking about.
Yeah, like what Gore Charles Police. Is into.
Like the weird
Charles
stuff
likes
I'm
that.
into. People be like, "What the hell's even going on there?" And I'll be like, "Look, I like it weird, and I like it Asian. All right, I'm sorry." I'm like, "That's weird." So for a giveaway tonight, I'm going to give away a movie that Lloyd likes here in a beautiful collector's edition. Here you go, Lloyd. Boom.
Oh yeah. That makes me want to watch it. Just looking at the cover of it, makes me want to watch it again. The Burning, guys.
This is what Lloyd feels in his nether regions. The Burning.
Well, all the viewers are going to feel this tonight too, because one lucky winner is going to win this at the end of the show. Make sure you stick around and hang out for that.
They're going to get burned with the Scream Factory special collector's edition of The Burning, featuring a Blu-ray and DVD, because for some reason you need both of them. No, you don't. I don't know why both of them are in there, but they're in there for you.
Yeah.
All right. So you can enjoy this wonderful feature with or without pants. It's optional because you're going to have this at home. So
there you go. You heard it from Charles first. Pants are optional.
Heard it. Pants optional. You can also double feature it with Poltergeist 4, which I'd recommend everybody watching with it because they go together quite well.
Yeah, and listen to Metallica while you're watching it. Because I have on a Metallica shirt, so there.
You have a Metallica shirt. I've got on Poltergeist 4, the beginning. So there you go.
All right, let's go to the next one, Charles. I can't remember if I've seen this or not. I remember I wanted to see this. Did I actually see it? I don't know.
Did you see it? Well, I saw
sure.
this because the next one is directed by a phenomenal director. A really director. All right, let's go with that.
Okay.
Now, an ex-cop and his family are the target of an evil force that uses mirrors. Oh, shit, there's a giveaway. Has a gateway into their home. Released August 15th, 2008, it's the American supernatural horror film Mirrors, directed by Alexandre Aja and starring Kiefer Sutherland.
I did see this. I was thinking of something else. I've seen it.
I like this movie a lot. This movie's a lot better than it should have been. This is one of those movies that if it wasn't for the director in this, who is really, really good, this probably would not have been what it was. Now, we're talking about Alexandre Aja, who also did High Tension and The Hills Have Eyes remake. Fantastic director who then
and Piranha 3D.
Piranha 3D. You know, he's an interesting guy. He went on to do Horns. You know, he did Crawl back in a couple years back. Great director. This is a fun movie. It's really, really actually well done. It's got a great story on it. Kiefer Sutherland is really good in this. And
yes,
let me tell you, I met Kiefer Sutherland once at the airport, and that guy is so cool that I don't know. Like, you just don't even know how to talk to him. He's just
did it make you tingle?
I tingled because he was just like sitting outside smoking a cigarette, and he was just like, "Oh yeah, I'm Kiefer Sutherland.
I'm Kiefer Sutherland.
I was in Lost Boys, son of a bitch." I was like, "Oh, hey, Keith." I was like, "Can I take a picture with you?" He goes, "Only if you make it quick." I was like, "Oh shit, let's do it."
Do it quick.
What he said, I was like, "Yeah."
He's like, "You fucking fanboy.
You fucking piece of shit." I was like, "I'll show you. I'll some of the stuff you did that wasn't good. I'll tell you about it later." But no, Mirrors though is a fun movie. It's surprisingly good. It's one of those that honestly on paper doesn't sound good. The trailer doesn't even look that good, but the movie itself is actually really, really well good.
Well, remind me of something. Is this the one where doesn't a lady rip her jaw off in this movie?
You do.
Didn't she tear her own jaw off or something? Or I can't remember. I thought that was this movie. I remember that effect though, and it was really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's a scene in there. And I think you can see it in the Red Band trailer if you ever want to pull the trailer up, but you can see the jaw ripping scene. It's a really cool effect shot.
Yep.
It's like when she's coming face to face with the mirror, and bad things happen when you look in the mirror, guys. You know that?
Travis Brown says Mirrors is based on a Japanese movie. Is that true? I didn't know that.
Yes.
It is?
What?
I would think
I didn't hear what you said actually.
I said Travis says it's based on a Japanese movie. I didn't know that.
Not 100%.
Travis says it's actually South Korea.
Well, yeah, there's a South Korean movie, if I remember, called
Mirrors.
In the Mirror, in a Mirror or something, and it's kind of loosely based on that screenplay, but
we lost you again, buddy. Got some mic issues.
Got some mic issues, you son of a bitch.
That's all right.
No,
don't be calling me a son of a bitch, you son of a bitch.
It's mid-slip time, baby.
That's right.
No, so yeah, there is a South Korean film called In the Mirror or something, and that is the loose ideal of this movie. And that's why I didn't actually bring it up like in the synopsis, because when Aha was attached to this, he read the script and basically threw out the original script and made his own kind of story off of this basic concept of that first movie. The South Korean film Into the Mirror in the Mirror. I can't remember what it's called. It's something inside of a mirror. I don't know, but it's not a good movie. I don't like that one too much. It's just, it feels a little dated. That one feels like it came out at the wrong time of Korean horror. It feels like it's just trying really hard to copy a couple of things that came before it. This one's actually a pretty movie. Now, I would never recommend watching Mirrors 2, the sequel. I've
heard that's bad. Yeah,
that's like god awful. It's so bad.
Yeah, I've never seen it, so
don't.
I don't know.
It's a stupid movie released directly to Blu-ray, and yeah, it's horrible. This one's okay. I'll tell you that besides Kiefer, the rest of the cast doesn't really seem like they know how to act very well. That's kind of what drags it down.
Really?
But overall, I think it's a fun movie. If you haven't seen it, for like a weekend movie just to throw on. It's really easy to follow. There's nothing convoluted about the script. You could probably watch this while you're washing clothes and not miss anything. It's fun. There's some cool effects, but it doesn't require a whole lot of attention to enjoy it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, Mr. 80s looks like he mentioned that on Twitch. He said, my favorite scene where Amy Smart rips her jaw off was amazing.
Yeah, Great scene. Really great scene.
Yep, it is cool. All right. Moving on to the next one, Charles.
Yeah, let's do that. Mirrors is kind of a not streaming. It's a $4 rental on Amazon if you want to watch it, or you can get a Blu-ray for $10. I'd probably go with renting it if you want to watch it because I don't think you're gonna want to rewatch this. It's good, but it's not rewatchable.
Okay, perfect.
Now the next one's fun though.
This is the one I was looking at and couldn't remember if I had actually seen this or not. So we're gonna find out in a minute.
It's got a stupid title, but yeah.
Yeah. In 16th century Finland, a merciless warrior and his brother encounter vengeful ghosts, first premiering September 5th, 2008 at the Toronto International Film Festival. It's the Finnish supernatural folk horror film Sauna, directed by Antti Jussi Anila. Antti, I gotta pre-pronouncing that. Antti Jussi Anila. Antti Jussi Anila.
Vanilla? That's Juicy Vanilla?
It's
Is that
really
the name of your life story? Juicy Vanilla, the true story of Lloyd Cole.
Yeah, I guess. Anti-juicy vanilla. That means I'm against juicy vanilla.
You're against juicy vanillas?
Apparently, according to this. It's also known as Filth and Evil Rising. I think Evil Rising might have been a better name than Sauna.
I'll say it is, but hey, Ashley got it though. Good for Ashley. Ashley knew it was Sauna.
Did she really?
Yeah, Sauna. I don't know why they went with Sauna. It's the other titles are so much better. This is actually a really, really good movie. This is a short movie, an easy watch. This movie's not even 90 minutes long. It's a short, easy watch. This is really intense. It'll make you think. You know, it's a rare take from Finland. You don't see many Finnish horror movies floating around. Mm-hmm. And this is almost minimalist in nature. There's not a lot going on. They don't rely a lot on big productions of this. It's a gem, really. I mean, I like this movie a lot. I think it was really well done. It is got some great shots in it. It is very slow. You're going into a slow movie again.
Yeah.
But it's similar to one we talked about earlier, like Mungo, and it's similar to a couple of ones where it's got some drama elements into it too.
I remember starting this movie but not finishing it. That was the thing.
Really?
Yeah. I need to go back and watch it because, like you said, I've heard that from a lot of people that this is a good movie. So, but it must have just been not the night for me to watch a slow movie like this.
Yeah. You gotta do a lot to, get yourself into these slow movies.
Yeah, to get through them. But you're right. It's only an hour and 23 minutes, so shouldn't be too big of a deal. Sauna, everybody.
Sauna. Don't let it heat you up.
And the tagline is said, "I wash your sins." It's almost like I drink your milkshake.
Your blood. I want your bathwater, Lloyd.
I drink
Give it to me.
Your milkshake.
This is a horrible name for a movie. Like, what do you think they're doing? They're like, God, what do we call this movie? And the guy was like, you know what we're going to call this? Sauna.
We're going to call this Spa. Death Spa. The spa that eats.
Wait, it was already used. Damn it. Sauna. Let's do it.
Okay, we're in it. No, they should have called it Death Sauna.
Death Sauna. It's nothing to do with a sauna, though. I'm like, come on. Jesus.
Well, it says in the synopsis, it says
there's a sauna.
Within the village is a sauna, and the brothers hope it may wash away their sins. So there is a sauna.
They sure do. Yeah, there is. No, I was being sarcastic.
Okay. Gotcha.
No, there is. It's I mean, if you like watching guys in the 16th century take baths in a hot sauna, this is a movie for you.
Get in on it.
I'm just saying this movie could easily win another direction that maybe was a little more marketable online, but
Yeah. They're talking about a hot tub time machine now.
Would you like to go to the sauna with me, Lloyd?
We should have called this hot tub time machine the scary one.
The scary one. That's what it should be called. Hot tub time machine.
The scary one.
The scary one. The supernatural hot tub time machine. In space.
In space. 2. Sauna 3 in space. So it looks like
you thought it was safe to turn
to
up
go
the
back into the sauna. All right.
Oh Lord! All right, guys. Well, that's Sauna. It's a decent movie. It's a short watch. You can get through real easy. It's got some great shots in it. Give it a shot. In the sauna. Maybe if you watch it while you're in a sauna, all sweaty, it'll help.
That'll make it even scarier.
Make it even scarier. $4 rental on Apple TV. The only place you can watch it is Apple TV for $4. Never released on Blu-ray.
Richard said hot tub scream machine.
Ooh.
I kind of like that, Richard. Good job. All right. Charles said you can get it on Blu-ray.
No, I didn't. I said there's no Blu-ray.
Well, you said a region free, right?
Yeah. You can get a region
there is
free.
a region free. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so no U.S. Blu-ray, but there is a region-free official release in Germany of this, because I don't think there's a company in Finland that can make Blu-rays. So just Germany's doing it, and
Finland doesn't have that technology yet.
They're like, "What do we do? We're making the Blu-ray. How?
We made a movie. Now how do we get it out there?
Can we make a? We're gonna make a tape. The tapes? No, nobody will buy it. Oh, okay. Germany. They make all the red rays, the Blu-rays.
Okay, I'm going over to Germany then.
All right. Well, we're gonna move on here to another fun one here.
Yeah.
Right?
Please.
All right,
here we go.
A radio host interprets the possible outbreak of a deadly virus which infects the small Ontario town he's stationed in. This premiered September 6, 2008, first at the Toronto International Film Festival. It's a Canadian psychological horror film called Pontypool.
Pontypool. Yes.
Pontypool, now with more water, featuring slip and slide technology. It's the one and only Pontypool.
Yeah.
Come on down.
I like
drop
that.
Drop your panties and jump right into the Pontypool, guys. Feel it.
Fantastic. Good job.
Ride it. Because you will be in the Pontypool.
Brighter above the clouds, Grant.
Hey, you gonna stay like bird up there during the storm?
Yes, sir. I'll be up here, Grant, watching all the routes in.
Charles, I like this movie.
Pontypool.
What can you see
like
there,
it?
Ken?
Pontypool. I just like saying Pontypool. Pontypool.
Stephen McCaddy is amazing in this movie.
Say Pontypool.
Ken, do you see any police?
Pontypool.
Is anybody trying to restore order?
Say it slower. Go.
Down there?
Pontypool.
No, it's okay.
Well, we're
I'm moving on to Stephen McCaddy.
Stay Pontypool.
Ken, are you there, Ken?
Please say it for me.
No. I've already said it.
Say it.
He used to be married to Meg Foster.
I didn't know that. Meg's my
I didn't
girl.
know that either. Stephen McCaddy. I should ask Meg about that. No, I shouldn't. That probably wouldn't be nice.
Yeah. That would be
Hey,
nice.
I wanted to ask you about your ex-husband.
What's he up to? Huh? What's he doing here? Is that your ex-husband or your new husband?
Yeah, what number are you on?
What number you on, Meg?
That's rude.
That is rude. I mean,
this movie's pretty crazy. Just the idea that there could be, some sort of spread of a disease, just by language and the way that everybody's when they get this disease, they start talking about their words are weird. I can't remember exactly, but this movie's pretty crazy.
Well, yeah. Besides having a mouthful of a name, Pontypool is actually a refreshing movie. It's an original take, really, and it's a genre that's been overdone a lot, and this one is a little refreshing, I guess is a good word. I liked it. I mean, I thought it was kind of darkly funny at times, and it's really gruesome. I mean, it's just, I like the whole thing of like, they're already among us. Bump, bump, bump. It's just kind of like they're everywhere.
Yeah.
You don't know what's happening. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's another one that took me by surprise this year. I can tell you that when I saw the name of this movie, I was like, oh, I'm not ever going to watch that. I don't even know what that's called. Panty pools? What is that?
I tell you, it got a lot of great positive reviews at the very beginning when it was doing the festival runs and stuff. There was just a lot out there, and it really doesn't. It doesn't disappoint. The movie is very well done. It has a brilliant screenplay. I don't know who wrote it, but it was done really well. Tony Burgess looks like he wrote the novel and the screenplay.
Yeah, so he adapted his own. Oh, he adapted his own book and screenplay. I didn't know that. That's cool.
That's what it says, yeah.
But interesting though. I mean, how the story focuses around linguistics is really interesting. You know, it's an interesting take that you hadn't seen before. That's kind of makes it like new and intelligent almost. It's like I said, it's a refreshing change of pace from what we've seen on a lot of the Outbreak films that had already come out. You know, there is it really gets into your imagination. Like you think a lot's going on. You can feel about this. There's a lot of appeal in this movie. Really like it. I mean, I'm a big fan of this one.
Yeah, and you're right. It is it's a smart movie. It's an intelligent movie. It's like Charles said, it's not like anything you've ever seen. So you go into this not knowing what you're getting, and it's refreshing. Said that as well. It really is. It's new and fresh. So this is something cool to check out if you've never seen it. I highly recommend it. Well,
with you. I mean, this isn't a campy zombie movie at all. This is almost a throwback to the way Romero did zombie movies back in the day. Very intelligent, lots behind them, and I mean, acting's really good. This isn't a scary movie. Just how Romero's movies weren't scary; they're just really well done. Story flows really well, and really, really recommend giving it a watch if you haven't seen it. And I also recommend when you're done with this, look in the mirror 6 times and say Pontypool to yourself. You'll feel so good. Because I just did that, and I feel so great right now. Pontypool.
I feel so great.
I feel so good. I think I need some more Leprechaun.
Pico! I'll have Picos!
In honor of the day, more Leprechaun.
I want some Miguel's, Lloyd.
That's right. All right, guys. So this looks like Apple TV $3.99 rental. There's no US Blu-ray. DVD is $14.99. Amazon official Blu-ray has been released in France, region free, and it's about $35.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we've never got a Blu-ray of this in the States. France has one that is region free, like I said. A couple other places release them, but they're not region free. DVD is not too bad though. So whatever you feel like you want to explore.
Awesome.
Lloyd, before we go, say it one more time.
Pontypool.
Pontypool. Yes. Okay, now we can move on. This is Pontypool.
You're up next, big dude.
Not you.
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
You got it.
A television reporter and her cameraman are trapped inside a building quarantined by the CDC after the outbreak of a mysterious virus which turns humans into bloodthirsty killers. Released October 10th, 2008, it's the American found footage horror film Quarantine. Directed and co-written by John Eric Dowdle, a remake of the Spanish film Rec, R-E-C. I didn't mind Quarantine that bad. I thought it was a good remake. I mean, you know, always the original is going to be the better, of course. But I didn't mind this as a remake. What about you, Charles?
You know, I actually really enjoyed this one too. And like I said before, I actually saw this first before I saw Rec. And that's because at the time, Rec didn't really become, it didn't become accessible really until after this movie in the States. And I knew of it and I never got to watch it. I saw this in theaters and I really enjoyed it. It was very intense, some really great graphics in it and super creepy. And it's just like relentlessly horrific. Like there's nowhere to hide in this movie. You know, there's just nowhere to hide. And it's one of those movies that kind of hits close to home during stuff like COVID, where, hey, the government's like, well, they're infected. Just lock them in a building. We don't give a shit.
Yeah, we're done. We're out of here.
When they come down, how it just starts, they come down with that lady. He's like, we got to get her out here. And they go to the door. And they're like, bloop. And the guy bolting up the door is like,
no,
you gonna die.
Yeah.
Really well done, but
Rob Hall did some of the effects in this one too, right, Charles?
Rob Hall, did a lot of the effects in this.
Freaking
guest. Good friend. I haven't talked to in a while, Rob Hall. I'd like to catch up with him.
Yeah.
And really, really great effects though. And like I said, I like this a lot, and finally got a hold of Rec, and I love Rec even more. Rec is so fantastic, but this is good. It's got some really crazy effects, and it's very dark.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, really, purposely dark. It should be dark, and I like this one. What do you guys think? Anybody out there like Quarantine?
Yeah, it's got Jennifer Carpenter in it as well, so she does a really good job in this movie. I think she's a good actress.
Yeah, I mean, she's a good actress. I love Dexter. I've always been a huge Dexter fan, and I think she was good in this. I think she worked well as the reporter. This is probably one of some of her best acting, because her acting is very questionable in Dexter at times. It's not that good. In this movie, she's actually nails a lot of stuff really, really well.
Yeah.
But enjoy this one. Have seen this one quite a bit. I've seen this movie quite a bit. And this one's on Stars if you want to stream it up, and you can rent it for $3. Blu-ray is like $10 on Amazon. But Quarantine, I think, one's really well known. I find a lot of people have seen Quarantine but haven't seen Rec, so I try to get people to watch Rec, and Rec's fun. Watch that.
It
Rec.
is. Yeah. Watch both of them. Watch Rec and Quarantine. There's a lot of similarities in both of the movies. But
they play off each other well though. They're the same but different enough where you can enjoy both of them. Like, you can watch them back to back, and it's a fun double feature.
There you go. Agreed. I would recommend this one. Charles, the next one's yours, and this is one that it made a big splash this year too. I remember there was a lot of hype around this movie.
Yeah. This is a fun movie too. This is trapped in an isolated gas station by a ferocious parasite that transforms its still living victims into deadly hosts. A young couple and an escaped convict must find a way to work together to survive the primal terror. This was released Halloween night, 2008. It is the American body horror film Splinter, directed by Toby Wilkins. And this got a very, very limited release. It was very short-lived, and eventually it came out to Blu-ray and DVD after this. But Splinter is actually a really, really great movie. Let me tell you that. And we've had a lot of great movies on the list tonight, but I'm gonna say that Splinter is my favorite of 2008. It is.
Oh wow, that's big words, Charles.
It's big words, but it is. I thought about it, and that's my favorite of 2008, Lloyd.
Sweet. We do have a trailer for this one, which I'm glad of.
Yeah, it took a minute to find a trailer for this, actually.
Did it really?
Yeah. There's some out there, but they look like they were shot on like a high 8 camera in the 80s. I'm like, what's going on? Like, I don't know how people get a hold of trailers and they're like, let's just downgrade this to like 240i.
Yeah, let's just upload it at the crappiest quality that we can.
Pull over.
But it's a great movie. All the effects were practical effects in it. Really, really well done effects. And,
Sorry, I didn't.
it was shot in a very large widescreen format. I believe it was like 235 to 1 aspect ratio. So it was shot in like Wide-O-Vision 3000. Wide-O-Vision 3000. This is a movie that always has to have bars on the top and bottom. I mean, it's a widescreen film. You see it, right? Beautifully shot, though. I think Toby Wilkins in here did a really, really great job in this movie.
Yeah. This is one that the hype actually paid off. If you watched it, you didn't have too high of an expectation, but it was still good no matter what.
Yeah.
Don't touch it!
Whoa.
Ooh, splinterfilm.com. Wonder if that's still a good
Splinter!
website, Charles, after
This is
13
not-
years.
This is not the origin story of Master Splinter from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, guys. All right, it's not. Trust me.
The website still works. Splinterfilm.com. I was just curious.
Was it updated? 2012.
I don't know, but it's not secure. There's no lock, so you know that's old.
Oh man, we could get in there and change that stuff. Then if there's no lock, let's get up in there. Let's have some fun with it. Let's see if we can. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. You can watch the trailer. You can look at reviews. I think there's even a link to buy it on YouTube. So.
Yeah, this one is streaming on Stars and $3 rental, and there's a Blu-ray out there for $12.99. I like this one a lot. I think it's super rewatchable. I'm a huge fan of body horror films, and this is kind of a small resurgence this year. You know, we had a couple of body horror films this year, and I think Splinter is really good. I like the script. I think the acting in it's super duper strong. I wish it would have got a very larger release. It got kind of a small release, some festival plays, but this is one that I can tell you is, if you don't like the shaky cam, like in Cloverfield, there is some of that in this too. A lot of
I remember that. Yeah.
The effect of got to make it seem real by going like this,
like moving things around.
That seems real. You gotta see real.
That's how life is.
That's how life is.
You don't get a perfect widescreen. You get a shaky cam in life when you walk. Things look like this. So we make it look real.
Wide Vision 3000 is shaky. That's life.
Shaky cam.
But no, I mean, I think this movie will hook you. It's lots of tension in this movie, and it's quite disturbing. There's a lot of disturbingness in this movie. I think it's an exceptional movie. I mean, it's shouldn't be dismissed as a crappy, cheesy B movie, which I think a lot of people thought when they saw the poster and the trailer. They're like, oh, it's gonna be one of those movies. No, it's definitely a sleeper film that really surprised me, and I've grown to love it even more because it is a fantastic old school style creature feature movie. You know, I love it.
Yeah, I'm looking at the reviews. The first one on IMDb, good movie, spoiled by shaky cam. I tell you what, when people don't like shaky cam, they really don't effing like shaky cam. They will tell everybody that this movie has shaky cam and they hate it. That was a big deal. I mean, I remember when Rob Zombie, some of his movies were coming out, he did some shaky cam in those too. People just used to lay on him about shaky cam, man. It was a trend for a while. It really was. There was a lot of movies around this time that had a lot of shaky cam in them.
Like every found footage movie had some shaky cam in it.
Well, yeah, you kind of expect
that. Drop the camera. I know, but I hear people complain because like found footage movie have shaky cam. I'm like, how would it not?
Yeah, it's like, gotta have. It's gonna have shaky cam.
I'm like, how do you do that? Like, how do you run in real life with a camera and not make it shake? What's going on? I'm so confused and alone.
Bob White says Target has the Blu-ray.
Oh, they do?
That'd be awesome.
Well, that's good. Good for Target. Yeah, a good pickup though. I mean, definitely a good one. Definitely, I think one that should be in your like Halloween staple rotation that month of October. This is a fun movie. This is a fun one to watch with friends too. This is a great like party movie. So if you haven't seen it, give it a watch. I mean, I'd recommend grabbing the Blu-ray. I don't think you'll regret the Blu-ray. You'll probably find yourself watching it a couple of times.
Travis said the Michael Bay of shaky cam. Is he talking about Rob Zombie? Is that what he's talking about? I don't know. Tell us, Travis. Curious.
I guess Rob Zombie is he shakes. He got the hippie shake, man.
Got the hippie shakes. All right, guys. So we have one more movie left, and then we've got a giveaway. Right, Charles? We're going to give away something of immense value. The Burning on Blu-ray. What a deal.
The Burning.
All right. Last flick, guys, and then we'll do our honorable mentions. Then we'll do the giveaway. A relaxing Christmas. Yeah. A relaxing Christmas vacation turns into a terrifying fight for survival as the children... Why is everything lately has the title right there? Everything we're reading tonight seems like it does.
I don't know.
It's crazy. Terrifying fight for survival as the children begin to turn on their parents. First released in the UK, December 5th, 2008. It's the British holiday horror film, The Children.
The Children.
Directed by Tom Shankland. He lives in Shankland.
It sounds like a prison name, doesn't it?
I know.
Don't mess over there. That's Shankland over there.
Yeah.
Don't go down
Don't
there.
mess with Shankland. He's got
Don't mess with
lots of
Shankland.
shanks.
He got lots of shanks. He got him up his parts. Don't go up in there.
Yeah, leave him alone. The children, Charles. I like this movie.
The children's great. You know, children's a fun movie. Got to kind of look for it. There's a lot of places that mistakenly have this listed as a 2009 release. It's not. It's a 2008 release. It played very briefly in the UK, December of 2008, and got kind of a more festival and longer run in 2009. I noticed that when looking up like where it was streaming, is they have it listed as like 2009. A lot of streaming places. But yeah, this is a fun movie. It's got a great story to it, and I think you'll. It's kind of a story we've seen a little bit, but I think since The Children, we've seen it a lot more. A lot of people have been trying to copy this movie. And, you know, I when I first watched this, I didn't watch this for a long time. I mean, I think I was 5 or 6 years after it came out when I first watched this.
Yeah.
But it's
again,
really top notch. I mean,
it is. And again, it's not I think you said this about another movie tonight. It's not an original idea, but it's executed perfectly. Right?
Yeah.
I think the execution on this, because we've had killer kid movies. I mean, they go back, you know, we have Children of the Corn, of course, but then there was like Who Can Kill a Child, and but this is one of the ones that was done really well. There is one that Troma put out years ago called, isn't it just called The Children also?
I think so.
Yeah.
But you know, I was so surprised by this one, and
mint slip.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fun one. What?
Richard Nettleton tipped $10 through the chat, through Super Chat, and he said mint slip. Thank you, Richard. Thanks for the $10. We appreciate that.
He's my mint slip man.
He is. Because you know you
Where's
want
my
that
mint slip?
Mint slip.
Mint slip. Brad brings up some more killer kid movies: Village of the Damned, The Omen, Brightburn. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, very true. Very true.
You need that mint slip though. We appreciate it. Yeah. Killer kid movies have been done. This one is fun. It's almost like a fairy tale for adults. Almost. It's a great movie though. You know, it kind of ones that I think I'll describe it. It's the one that it's surprising because when you think about how independent it was and the fact that it can still be stuff made like this, it's really captivating. I mean, I like this movie a lot, and
I do too. And it is kind of a slow burn a little bit.
We see a lot of slow burns this year, and we're getting to a lot more slow burns as we close out the 2000s. There was a lot of that horror drama mixture we saw, them combining together, you know, but really, really fun though. Violent, disturbing, not for children to watch. This isn't a kid's movie, even though it's called The Children. I mean, maybe if you have a kid who was like I was when I was 8, but you know, not a kid's movie.
I just like this subgenre. I think creepy kids are creepy. They're really creepy. Ashley Guillory brings up a couple. Jenny P 1978 brought up Beware Children at Play first. And then Ashley brings it up, Beware Children at Play. I don't think I've ever seen that one. Tell me, is that one good, guys? And then Ashley also brings up Devil Times 7, which I thought that was kind of a creepy one. It's really old, isn't that? Isn't Leif Erikson or somebody in that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, my favorite killer kid is always going to be Gage from Pet Sematary, you know?
Yeah, that's
I want to play with you, Lloyd. I want to play with you.
That's a little more of a supernatural, I guess, kind of a thing, but yeah, that's a great creepy kid, right?
Yeah, good call on Beware Children at Play. That's a fun movie from, I can't remember if it was 89 or 90. It was one of those late 80s, early 90s. I haven't seen that one in a long time, but it's a fun movie. It's a fun movie.
Yep. There you go. I think Happy Birthday, wasn't there like a Happy Birthday movie about kids, killer kids also? Bloody Birthday? I think that's
Bloody Birthday.
Yeah, that was a
Bloody
creepy
Birthday.
one too. The little girl in that is kind of creepy. But,
the little girl is a little creepy in that one, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, it seems like there's several of them, and there's even more that I haven't seen. So, bring on the creepy kids movies. I like it.
Don't be careful. Chris Hansen's going to come over.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you got going on here, Lloyd? You want to see creepy children movies?
I'm just watching creepy kids. No. I want to see them kill people.
Oh, why don't you come talk to us about that, huh?
Yeah. Have a seat.
Have a seat. Sit down.
Yeah.
So what are you doing here, Lloyd?
Trying to get some creepy kid movies.
Oh, really? Is somebody gonna sell those to you? Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I was thinking about getting them at Walmart.
The underground Walmart market, huh?
It's all right.
You can tell me about it.
Underneath a pizza joint. Right, Charles?
Oh no, I'm scared.
Pizzagate.
Pizzagate.
All right, guys, that is the last movie of 2008. We're gonna do
lots
our
of movies,
honorable mentions, and then as soon as we're done with that, we're gonna come back and do a giveaway. So hang out with us.
Yeah, we're gonna do a giveaway.
Yay, giveaways! I gotta turn the volume up.
Turn
so
it down.
Weird. Now we've got all these volume issues and stuff.
We gotta come back and figure it out.
All right. Dance of the Dead. I heard this is good. I never saw it though. Wasn't this one of those 8 films to die for?
Yeah, 8 films
or something. Right?
Something 27 films or 39. Something.
Yeah, it was one of those. Like they ran a festival in the theater for people that just, I don't know. Mom and Dad. I don't think I've heard of
this. That's a fun movie.
Is it?
Yeah. That could have been on our list. That's a great movie, but list gotta trim it.
Yeah. You can't do everything, can you?
What do you want from me?
And I try.
Face. Saw 5, directed by David Hackle.
Hackle Dackle.
Hackle Dackle. Hackle Dackeries. What's this called again?
Saw 5 in space.
I'm just kidding. What's this called again? Never heard of this.
The fifth Saw.
The fifth Saw. Ah, Machine Girl.
Machine Girl is great. Machine Girl is equally as good as Tokyo Gore Police. Mm-hmm. And you can't put both of them on the list though, and Tokyo Gore wins by a nudge. This is a great movie though.
Yeah.
This is just as bonkers as Tokyo Gore Police is. It's crazy. Flying guillotine.
Oh, they have flying guillotine.
Drill bra. Revenge.
Looks like the Tar Man.
Brains.
Baghead. I don't know if I've heard of this either.
That's a weird movie. It's like a comedic horror film. Yeah, it's crazy though.
There he is.
Nothing funny now, is it? What are you looking at your ugly phone?
Oh, The Cottage.
The Cottage. The Cottage is great.
Yeah, I've seen The Cottage.
Please don't say anything.
It began with a photograph.
I love the Midnight Meat Train, Charles.
Man, I love Midnight Meat Train too, and that's one I wish we could have talked a little bit more and elaborated on. It's a fun movie though. It's very good. There's a lot of good movies on.
And do you remember when they released that? Oh, Eden Lake.
Eden Lake's good too. Eden Lake's a fantastic movie.
I think I've seen it.
Eden Lake definitely. Eden Lake deserved to be on. And so did Midnight Meat Train. It's just lots of movies to talk about this year.
I know somebody.
Bob White's seen The Cottage.
Has he?
Yeah, Cottage is great, guys. You ever seen Cottage? Seek that one out. That's a good one.
I really like Midnight Meat Train, and it was another instance of Clive kind of getting the shaft. They put this movie
because he did the story for that. So
yeah, and when they released it, it went direct to dollar theaters. It was so crazy, man.
I remember when it came out, and I remember trying to find it at theaters and I could never find it. And then it was at a discount theater, and I was like, "What? Was it ever released?"
That was the big premiere. They premiered it at dollar theaters across the nation. It was like, really? So
Come
good,
on
man.
down. Get your 3-day-old popcorn here at Lloyd and Charles's Dollar Extravaganza Theater, where we show movies that have been out for 19 months.
Yeah.
Hey.
And that movie, it really surprised me. It's just really good. And it's still, to me, it's not well known enough. I mean, this is a movie that should get a lot more attention.
Midnight Meat Train, yeah.
Yep.
Well, Midnight Cheat Train's great, guys. I wish that one could be on the list. But
can't put them all on there.
There is only so many that we can do. You know?
That's right. So Charles, get us ready for that beautiful, beautiful Blu-ray giveaway.
The Burning.
Who wants to win The Burning tonight? Are you going to watch YouTube, Charles?
I'll make it easy. Yeah, I can watch YouTube.
All right, you watch that, and I'll watch Twitch.
For the first person who can tell me the name of the killer in The Burning. How about that?
Oh, yeah. All right, keep your eye on YouTube. I'm watching Twitch to see who wins it. This is The Burning. We want to know who was, or what was the name of the killer in The Burning. Oh, Richard won it.
Burning? Richard!
Boom.
Richard's getting home. Case of the Burning. Richard, I'm sending The Burning down below for you, all right? You're going to be itching and scratching all day from The Burning that Charles is going to give you, and you're not going to be able to resist The Burning.
All right. So it is Cropsey, everybody. Cropsey is the name of the killer in The Burning. The Burning is probably one of the best slasher flicks of all time. Congrats for winning that, Richard. You won a good
so
movie,
many giveaways, guys. I love doing giveaways. I got so many here for you guys, but you guys tune in.
You just got to tune in, and we'll give it to you. We'll give somebody. Somebody will win that thing.
I'm going to give it to you so good that you're not even going to know how you got it. It's just going to been given to you, and you're going to know you have it.
It's going to be done be given to you.
Be given to you. I feel like we need more leprechauns though before we go. Where did leprechaun go?
I don't know.
That I want to go.
There's a couple of leprechauns on the screen.
They look like a couple of stinky tunas.
Fat leprechauns.
Yeah. Those leprechauns ate their gold.
That's right. So
nobody can steal my gold if I eat it. Mm-hmm.
That's right. So I want to plug the event real quick that's coming up April 3rd. You guys have time to plan and get ready for this thing. Come out and meet Dave Sheridan and Felisa Rose. There's no entry fee here. We just want you to come out. We've got several vendors that are going to be there. Panther City Grill will be out there with their fine barbecue. And if you've eaten it, you know it's great stuff. So come and join us.
Let's eat it. Yeah, it's going to be fun. Lots of cool people. Me and Lloyd will be there.
Charles will be all set up with a bunch of videotapes. He's been stocking up for a while there. He's got several.
I got some crazy crap, and I got some Sleepaway VHS tapes, which are not easy to find for you guys.
Sleepaway.
I had to go I had to go trade 4 mules and a donkey to get one Sleepaway Camp tape. But no, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
It is. And the other thing that we have coming up is this Saturday at 2 p.m. Corey Taylor from Slipknot is going to be joining us.
Corey!
Super excited about that one. I think we're going to have a lot of people online for that one, live with us, tuning in. A lot of his fans. He's been spreading the word about it, so I wouldn't be surprised if we have kind of record numbers for the Corey Taylor show.
Excited to talk to them. I'm a big Slipknot fan. I've seen Slipknot 13 times in my life, going back to I saw Slipknot at their very first show they ever did in Texas back in the 90s. So that's how long I go back with Slipknot. So
awesome.
I go back a long
That's
ways.
going to be fun.
It's going to be fun. Now, we'll be back next week. Next week, we're actually going to be on Thursday instead of Wednesday next week. So our last year of the 2000s, 2009, is going to be on Thursday.
Sweet. Are we going to do a screening Saturday night?
Well, I want to do one. So let's plan on doing one. And if nobody wants to do it with us, I'm just going to pick the movie. And I've got a couple of movies I know.
Yeah. We've got somebody that wants to do one. A filmmaker wants to show his movie and help us host. So maybe we'll look into that one. If not, if any of you guys want to volunteer for this next show, go ahead and message us. And if we can't get you on this coming one, we'll get you on the one afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like you guys, if you guys want to host one upcoming, let me know. I'd like to be able to lay these out for a few weeks, that way we know what we're showing. That way we can post them up. We haven't had one in a few weeks, and it's just because of all the stuff that, we haven't had one in a few weeks, and it's just because of all the stuff that that's been going on. So we really want to jump back in and do one. So if anybody wants to do one, let me know. If not, I mean, we'll probably just come on anyway. There's a lot of movies to watch, and kind of missed you guys on Saturday. We almost did one Saturday night, but it got to be late and it wasn't announced. So I think we just went and drank and did our own watch party. But no, it's going to be fun. I hope everybody can come out for the event. I'm looking forward to seeing Felissa Rose again. She is a sweetheart. And yeah, if you guys do if you need something for her to sign, I will have I think I have 2 copies of Sleepaway Camp on VHS. That's all I could get. And I got 2 copies of Sleepaway Camp, and that was after 6 weeks of hunting them down. That's all I could get. So it is not fun. Yeah, and Charles Anderson says let him know in advance because some things are not on Amazon UK. No worries. No, we're just closing up. We're gonna be closing up. We'll be back Saturday for Corey, Saturday for a movie. Sunday, we've got a Patreon show again. So that's right. We're rocking and rolling, guys.
We're producing a lot of content. I hope you guys are happy with all the content.
And
if you're not, sorry, we're doing our best.
We're doing our best. We put Travis to sleep when we're trying to teach people about giallo films. Travis was like, I hate them.
Yeah.
So tired.
Brad wants to know, will there be hotter hot wings for me to devour? Brad, I'm sure. I think they're going to bring some hotter ones just for you.
Just for you, Brad.
That's right. And I hope you really can handle it, because I don't want to have you taken out of there on a stretcher or anything.
Allie says we have to message her if she misses it. I think we need Allie's number. That way, if she doesn't show up, we could just call her live in the air and be like, "Hey,
yeah, Allie, can you pass on your phone number to somebody so that somebody can call you and remind you?"
Yeah, that way we can call you. We can call you live on air. That's what I want to do, and be like, "Hey, we're waiting for you." And
wake up! We're not doing this until you hurry up and join us.
We're stuck.
Yeah.
No, but thanks everybody for watching this. I know we had some crazy audio issues today. I don't know what's wrong.
Wasn't as bad as the Patreon show, though.
Wasn't as bad as the Patreon. There's something. This is a fancy blue mic, but there's something wrong with this connector on it that it keeps popping off, and not sure why. But I'm gonna fix it by Saturday. So, but hey, we sound good now, right?
We sound great. Annie Yiddy says that we're doing great. Thank you.
Oh,
we appreciate that.
Yes.
I like that kind of feedback. Good for my ego too. Right?
Sometimes we don't know what we're doing, or if anybody even cares. We just keep doing it till people stop showing up. We're like, let's just keep rolling. We're riding this train till it runs out of tracks.
Well, guys, having said that, I do think we are done for the night. Thank y'all again for joining us, each and every one of you. You mean so much to us, and we're glad to have you as our friends and our viewers.
Oh, you're our friends. We love you guys because you guys are awesome, and we love just talking about movies and having a forum with you guys. So thank you.
That's right. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and peace out, say goodnight. We're going to leave you with the Rooster song. Y'all have a great night, and be good to each other. Talk to you soon, and we'll see you on the next show. Peace.
Love you guys.